Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 254 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we are working on fish farming, and we have almost gotten this to run by itself now, because these produce a lot of fish by themselves. Well, they need to get some meat, of course, and when we get enough fish, we are just going to start some of these butcheries up. But we should limit these to only work if we have enough fish available. I think, yes, that should be right. Let's say 1,000 to start with. And then request fish. Wait, what? That's not what I want there. Oh, it doesn't know what is needed. A butchery is really like a furnace. It just gets an input and then it does whatever with that it can. A little bit weird, but it's fine. Now 200 fish in there might stop our process here though. But maybe not. So actually, let's go a lot lower with this. 50. Also, oh, of course, it's not allowed to work because there's not 1,000 fish in the network. So we should still be getting some out into these, which is fine. Just need some more meat for these to work. So we do still want to feed this manually for a little bit, but 40 makes what? 200 or something? 180, 160? Something along those lines. And that'll speed this up. And then we can start adding more butcheries. Meanwhile, we could start some of this up. Because I think we do want to... Well, we currently have alien spores. But we could do this red algae stuff here as well. And bring in this, so then we can make alien bacteria, we can make that into alien goo, and then we can export that to our farming area. That seems to be an okay idea. At least for now. So we need to figure out the ratios for that. Currently we're making 120 of this stuff with our plant machines. We haven't put all of these down yet, but we can do that if we want to. So we get 120 of this in. I think I'll do this in a new block because I might just mess this up otherwise. Unlink that, 120. I was hoping we could also get it to make this stuff. We need 2.4, we need a bit of this in. That's 2.5. Is it 48? It is 48, okay. And we need some ammonia for that, that's fine. So we need 5 algae farms. Algae farm 3s to process this. We need a bunch of assembling machines. 8 doing this, 3 doing this. And another 7 algae farms actually making our algae. With thermal water. Oh, I forgot about that again. So I think we need to go and make thermal water. And lithia and lithium and what else at another outpost. Yes, that is something we need to do. I would maybe like this to start working all of it though. How many fish do we have in the system? 175. If I just take some more of those and put in here. That should be enough meat for a lot more fish. And then we might be able to expand on this. Let's not do those. Good. And we can just expand a lot more here for the rest of these fish tanks. We have 45, we need 95, I think. So if we just extended this by one fish tank and doubled this, we would have 96. Because there's 48 there. Now this all needs to be moved, which means this needs to be moved. And then it's not connected anymore. But we can easily fix that. And put those back in. Good. I don't want to double it right now though. But let's just get rid of this in preparation anyway. Good. And keep our research going. Of course, we won't be getting a lot of fish in the network if we are requesting them all to here. I think we will drop most of this again. And I really should stop eating those. That already has 50. Good. Of course, just having 50 in here doesn't mean we make anything. So we should really put these in the machines instead. And then we're still just requesting to these 3, so it's only 150 fish we will be storing. Could make those requests a lot smaller actually. We only use once every craft and that's not too fast. So let's say 5 to begin with. And add a few more. Not too many. And then we really should be building up our supply pretty fast. I think. So we can go and do other things. And I guess those other things are lithia. So I'm gonna make a new production block for lithia stuff. Is lithia in here? No. I should learn to search. Lithia salt from brown algae. Okay, that part is easy. With lithia salt we can make lithium in an electrolyzer, or we can make lithium perchlorate in another electrolyzer. Or we can make thermal water. Which is what we need here, but we will be making all of this in one outpost, I think. Because why not? It all needs lithium, or lithium salt. We need sodium perchlorate into that system. From sodium chloride, from sodium hydroxide and hydrogen chloride. This we will import from our fluid processing. This, I guess we will just make locally. We don't need this in a lot of recipes, right? We need it for sodium hypochlorite as well. Chloride. Which is used in some gases and things. So maybe we should make this at the fluid processing. Export it to this and then use it locally for this. So we also have this at the fluid processing. Maybe. We could have also just make a sodium outpost. Where we can handle sodium hydroxide and we can handle sodium carbonate, maybe, at some point when we get that and we need to get rid of it. That sounds okay. But maybe we should keep focus on the farming and just do the necessary things for thermal water. So let's start by focusing on that. Do we want to do it over here or over here? Or build under all of this again? Guess there's no reason not to use this space. We need more inserters. Let's just finish as much as we can here before leaving. And butchery. I guess we will go back for that, but first this will grab more of the stuff we just took. So, more butcheries, more fish tanks. Let's only store 100 of those. We have plenty of farms, that's good. All good. And we'll just store some machines and stuff here. I guess that's everything. Also, I've stolen one of those, apparently. Good. We probably need more landfill, but let's start with what we have. So around here, make a station, or make the exit here. Sure thing. We need to make the rest of this first. Good. And keep research going. And we need more rail and stuff. And that stuff needs to be a little bit more permanent as well. Let's do that. Okay. So what do we need at a Lithia outpost? This will all be done elsewhere. This will maybe be done here, since this was needed for lithium perchlorate. Yes. Unless we make this at the sodium outpost, I guess. Might as well be done there. So these are the things we need to do here, and this is what we need to do the most of. Bunch of saline water makes brown algae. And how much do we want to produce? If we wanted to make 60 of these per second, maybe we should start with a design that does something like that. That's not too bad. 45 machines. Do we want to do more then? It's not gonna be any longer than this. What will 60 do here? It won't even give us 200 of this. Okay. So we do need large amounts of this to make all of these things, including the thermal water. And we need 48 per second in here just for this. So maybe we use blue belts for this and do 90 in a setup, which is 2 belts. Also, we have better algae farms. Are they expensive though? Green circuits? No, that's not expensive. We don't have blue algae farms. We could get them, but let's not. We're just doing red. So red will now be the default. That's down to 45 again. But we can do something with that shorter setup, I guess. What is it we need to process this into? Just into lithia salt. And that reduces it heavily, so we wouldn't need a lot of belts out if we just smelted it directly. If we want 1/8 more of this, that's 25 more here. Because that was the 45 machines of this. That only makes 4.5 per second. Maybe that's okay. in one setup, and we can easily multiply this a lot, of course. We could also go for more in one. What if we just doubled it? 90 machines. Each of those every 2 of those putting into one electric furnace. I think that would be okay. Let's have a look at how much space 90 of these take. So we just need brown algae. That's just saline water, that's easy. And they can they transfer it? I don't think so when the arrow only goes in. So that is not a possibility. And we need some electric furnaces. We might as well put that close. If we put it here, we could even have the water in here as well. I'm thinking this is going to be the back end of all this. Of course, maybe it would be good to have the saline water built into this system. But this would be nice. Have an output onto a build. Something like that. Power here. That's not bad. Now, how much saline water do we need? How many salination plants do we need for that? Just 6. And then a lot of water, of course, but that's fine. Do we have salination plants? Now we do. This is going to take up more space though, since we need the water in here. How large quantities are we talking about? I should really just pin this. A lot of water, not a lot of saline water. So these could potentially just put into the middle. We would need a bit of space. Do something like that. And then the water in. How much is it per? 1000 every 5 seconds, so 200 per second. That's still 4 groundwater bores. So we would still end up being wider than this. Which means we might as well have this water on the outside, or saline water on the outside. Which means we can put all of this a little bit more into the system. So it isn't poking out like it did. And this might still go to the sides. We can't turn these around right and have a good setup. No, not like this at least. if we did that. That's only 6 though. And 6 by 60 is 360. We need 400 to feed those two. Wait. 1200 per second divided by 6 is only 200 per second, like I just said. It's the same. So we will output into one pipe and split it into two. That should be fine. Shouldn't have problems with throughput, I don't think. And then we need 90 of these. How many is that? 60. And 90. That does become quite large. I was considering when it was a smaller setup to just stake it like this instead of going like this. Because this seems a little bit more scalable. We have close to infinite space going down. Whereas we are blocked by neighboring stations here. But just put it on this side. And then only use a bit of space over here for the rest of the processing, which shouldn't take that much space. Unless I'm wrong, of course. So 9 of these makes 450 of those in 23 machines. It can make one of these in one machine electrolyzer. I think pretty fast. $20 machines for that, so that's not bad either. And let's just say, what's the recipe here? Dang it. Damn it. One to one as well. Okay, so if we want 9 of this per second, that's just 6 machines. We do not need a lot of space for this processing. This is what takes up the space. So that's good to know. And I don't think we really need to care too much about the scalability of this. I just want to do it anyway. Because if we ever want to go for a big setup, then we will have a lot of bottlenecks, of course. I think that's the best I can do. Maybe make these straight lines. Get them as close to symmetrical as possible. Those are correct. That is actually correct as well. Okay. We're going to balance this build, even though it's just 9 lithium salt. It would be easier to merge it with other builds if that was the case. Dang it, that's so difficult to see where we got to. So that's 64. But since we have an even number, we should just be allowed to do this, right? Yes, I think. No, we have an uneven number. The bells will be somewhat balanced. Let's just say it like that. It doesn't need to be perfect, does it? Because I think we have a little bit of a... yeah, we have 2 in a row here that's to the same side. So they won't exactly be balanced, but maybe that's okay. I think that's everything for this. We don't need to select recipes or anything like that. We have enough saline water. Actually, if we... Didn't we take the blueprint of that? Oh, I'm just blind. It's here. If we put it on the side like this, we could just have access to a lot of water at the ends. Which means we don't need the offshore or the groundwater bores here. What happened here? So we could cut this down 1 in the width. But I like the look of this, so let's do it. Maybe I would like the look of it better if it was actually symmetrical here, which the offshore pumps would actually allow us to do though. Oops. And maybe we could then also output this on the outsides instead of the inside. So we don't have to split it at the end. Something like that, and then we can have the power running down the middle. That's a lot better in my opinion. So we do have a problem here with pumps. No, wait, that should be possible, right? I think so. Offshore pump where? Here. Yes, that is possible. Good. I like the look of this. So, what? Why do we drop these when we switch views? I don't understand. There's something here as well. I have it in the inventory here. I can't bring that in. But I'm not trying to bring it in. So if we just get rid of it, it's not a problem at the moment. I'm not sure why that is suddenly a problem. I haven't seen that before. Next research, we just keep the smelting going, I guess. Good. We should get some artillery going. We could put this here. I think I would like to reserve space for some more of these though. Out around here, and we don't want the networks to connect. So that will leave us with this. Then it's probably better to go here. Yes. And I need landfill for that. So while the artillery uses the rest of our ammo, we can go and grab more. So first landfill, and then some ammo. That should be enough, I hope. Good. And we are gonna need salination plants. We have those. We're gonna need a lot of algae farms, which we do not have a lot of. And we need... So we have electric furnaces, enough for one setup at least. We could just bring enough for another. And then we would like to bring 200 of these. But since I don't have the space, let's just fill up. And I don't have the patience to wait either. How are we doing on nuclear reactors? We have 8, so we can make another one. I'm not going to do that right now though. Did I need anything else? We're not doing these at the moment anyway. So let's just get set up what we need. We need these though, thermal water extractors. Preferably tier 2. They are expensive. Did we even put those down? Where are they in all this? Just before filtration units and crystallizers. So no, we did not do that. We have those, we have these. I know I made tier 1s of the thermal water thingies earlier. And then thought I never would need them again. But the reason we need tier 2 is that it seems this recipe is only available in tier 2s. And the alternative is to use a lot more lithia water for every bit of thermal water. This is 2 to 100, this is only 2 to 40. This requires some steam as well, yes, but it's have way more space needed to produce more lithia salt than it is to produce a bit of steam, so yes. Which means we also would need some boilers if we don't have them. We do not. I'm just gonna grab at least one stack of those. Do we want to use tier 2 boilers? Let's try it. And we do not need this anymore. I need to store some of my crap. Why didn't I stop these? Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Not sure why I'm removing those. We just need to set other recipes for this. And this. And then we need to find some blue circuits somewhere, because we shouldn't be backed up on those in any way. We only use those for advanced machines, right? So maybe up here? We have some here, yes. A lot here, actually. That's some expensive storage right there. So we need 4 for every one of these, that's fine. That is basically 100 blue circuits needed for this, but I'm okay with that. Where have I stolen those 3? I think it might just have been from well, right here when picking up the machines. So let's put those back in. We should probably remove this, or at least move it somewhere else, maybe just above all of this, but I don't care enough for that right now. Let's grab 20, 2, 3, 4 for a symmetrical setup in some way, I guess. That should be everything then. Let's just take a detour around our fish farming and see if we can scale it up. Oh, there's not a lot in the system, and it has all stopped because of fish water. Which is full. Because we don't have enough barrels, because we used all of the steel. Dang it. Oh well. We need to fix that at some point. For now, let's hope that those barrels was enough. Or we could try getting a few more in. Not those. These. Okay. So that will have to run for a bit more. I don't have the space for anything here. So you go in there, you go in. Good. So again, we need to clear all of this space. I guess just this space, and then process on the left of this. Yes. Is that about enough? Just about. I think I can accept that. And I guess we want some robot coverage going through all of this. If possible. We don't really have a lot of space to work with in here though. So maybe it's just something I will be doing. Why are these here? Wait, what's this? That's a bad blueprint. Because I copied stuff from the beginning to balance the builds, and that was stupid of me to not check that the blueprint was correct. Think that is just about correct. Here we have twice as many undergrounds as normal pipe, that's right. And same thing here. Yes. Everything I could see was good. Can we somehow fit one of these in? Nope. That is a little annoying. But it will have to be okay. I don't think this is something we will be spamming a lot of this build, I mean. So doing something like that I can live with, I think. Good. And then we basically need all of that back. And now we need more machines on this end, and we won't just use the same blueprint because that was bugged. We need 6 more. So something like that. And we need a bunch of underground pipe with her, which I didn't bring. If we just do this, we should get a little bit of lithium salt while we go back for more underground pipe. So pipe should just be here. Hopefully that's everything we needed now. Wait, I have underground pipe in the train. Why did I go back for that? Let's just take a small detour again to here. See that everything has stopped because of the polluted artificial fish water. Which is what we actually need to output. Oh well, use for the alien bacteria. So that's a luxury problem. All of these have been running then, yes. All of these have been running and we have a lot of meat. And we set several conditions on this? No. I think we will just get this completed. Why do we have all of those power poles? Oh well. That's ready to expand if we want to. We really should start this from the other end, so let's just collect the robots and go there. There we go. Good. How are we doing on power? Just fine. That is lying a little bit though, because we have a lot of steam engines, but they're not all connected to water. So we just need to keep a close look at that, I guess. We need more inserters. We luckily also have those in the train. Is that everything? I think so. And we're outputting stuff. Good. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.